So recently, Matt Haas put up an update video about the lawsuit between him and H3H3 Productions. And it's under a minute, nothing really egregious is being said in it, but he does have the air of someone who doesn't really know what cognitive dissonance means. He is unable to see himself as other people would see him. And I mean that and how arrogant he is and how correct he feels he is. The way he says protecting artists' rights without any realization of actually what he's doing to artists' rights is kind of appalling, and it's actually kind of amazing. And you go through this under a minute video, and you see him talking about how everything else is propaganda, and you think to yourself, so everything else I've read about this topic and know from experience about this topic is wrong. And this one guy, this singular guy, says that he has the answer, that he's the one that's right. And it's kind of amazing to watch, actually, because there's not a lot of people that look at things unobjectively anymore. The YouTube community has become kind of cynical, and they question basically everything that happens, and we look for evidence and we form our own opinions. And Matt Haas is basically saying, don't listen to anyone else's opinions. I have the truth and I have reality. And that's, first of all, kind of worrying to someone who knows that there is no case in this, but you have to also realize that people that watch YouTube, people who watch H3H3 and other commentary channels, they aren't going to be the judges of this case. And as I'm thinking of this, I remember the blowback that happened when they first announced that there was going to be a lawsuit, and everyone's cramming to get their word in. Everyone is demonizing Matt Haas, and it's safe to say that his YouTube career is pretty much one of infamy now, that he will never live a day without someone recognizing what he's done. And there's a lot of stakes here. I mean, just speaking about him in this video could warrant him trying to sue me, and being a very small YouTuber that doesn't even have 5 subscribers yet, that's very scary. And you can't have people that have that type of power on YouTube. You have the corporations who are already trying to take and false copyright strike and everything like that. And to have limits placed on that have, you can't make fun of these people or you can't criticize these people, that's anti-creativity. And Matt Haas brings up the points where he's an artist, but he can't see Ethan and Ela as an artist. He can't see any of his criticizers as artists. And they do create too. Sure, it's at his expense, but it is creation. Everyone has their own little mark of creativity, their own style of art, and Matt's is, in his own way, endearing in that quality. And that's what the first video they made about Matt did. They showed his endearingness, and you have, like, when I'm thinking about this, I think about how would my grandmother look at this video? How would my mother look at this video? And their senses of humor are different than ours. They don't see things as satire or memes, as entertainment. And I think that's where I'm worried. That's where someone who has been receiving blowback from a community could possibly win, only because he's so demonized now. That's exactly what his claim is. They defamed me. They made me adversarial in the YouTube community. They tried to ruin my career. And what the big picture is that he ruined his own career. And it's not to say that you don't have a right to protect your work. if you don't like to be criticized, you can't say that they can't. If they don't like, if they're saying something that you don't like, you kind of just have to put up with it. I mean, if someone made a video about if someone made a video about me and said awful things, like, you take that chance once you make an account. You take that chance once you become an artist on any platform. I mean, music people, art, actors, artists, musicians get it all the time. They have people, saying that they're shit, that they're not talented at all. I mean, I'm pretty sure that every famous person has heard it at least 10 times a day, if you're any sort of famous at all. I think the thing I'm trying to say is that as the date of the court draws nearer, I am getting increasingly concerned that, for one, this case hasn't been settled already, and for two, that a judge hasn't thrown it out of court. That means that there is legitimate litigation here, and that there is legitimate concerns for a judge to actually take this seriously. And that's what scares me a lot, because this sets a precedent for every other commentary, satire channel, or any other YouTube channel that creates, that they can be taken for everything. And it's to the point where it's going to enter the commentary genre, at least, into a new age that I'm not comfortable with, and I think a lot of people aren't comfortable with. So in reality, Matt Haas has become very important in the future of how things are criticized in YouTube. And when you see him, how he acts, he should not be the one that decides the future for anyone, let alone us, let alone H3H3. And the only thing that I can say about H3H3, and the thing that I hope would make them have this case blown out of the water, is they're genuine. They are from the heart, they're from the soul. Every video they make, they have a goof, they have a gaffe, but they are themselves. They aren't anything else, they're comedians. And I just hope that shines through to any possible judge, jury, or otherwise, because this isn't the YouTube community, this isn't the YouTube judge, the YouTube comment sections. These are going to be original people, regular people who probably just watch DIY videos or the coolest clips from their favorite shows. They probably don't get into anything like this. So it'll just be interesting to see where it goes, and I am very worried for everyone involved, especially Ethan and Hila, who have taken on the brunt of this fight on themselves, and without complaining. They don't complain a lot, and you just have to appreciate that, because there's not a lot of people who would take it on the chin and possibly lose everything. They're standing up for everything, they're standing up for everyone, and if this goes the way that we all hope it does, well, we'll have owed them everything, pretty much. And it's gonna be very telling for both sides, and how fair you stands up in an actual court case to how the future will play out. So I'm gonna be watching, and I know everyone else is gonna be watching. But I just wanted to get some of my thoughts out there on it. I haven't really done a video like this before. I just wanted to kind of rant and let my feelings out about it, because I have been really concerned, really worried. And we can all hope that it goes the correct way, and I hope it goes the right way, and Ethan and Hila are cleared, and everything gets blown over, and Matt Haas just crawls into whatever hole he crawled out of, and is left to obscurity by everyone else. So if you like this, just leave a like. Tell me if this is crap. Tell me some suggestions. I need some help here. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya!